All right, copy these down, and then we're going to begin. All right, an ionic compound is made when a metal bonds to a nonmetal by transferring electrons from the metal to the nonmetal. This causes them to stick together like magnets. All right, guys, you ready? All right, so how you write an ionic chemical formula is you write the element symbol and oxidation number, And then you make them neutral using the correct subscripts. And then that's it. Sort of. Ish. So here's the first example. Let's do sodium oxide together. All right, sodium oxide. Now, sodium, you know what sodium is, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Pull out your blue periodic tables. You're going to need those today. All right. So sodium is Na, but what's its oxidation number? Yeah. Everybody, if you don't know where that +1 came from, I need you to tell me right now. If you don't know where that +1 came from. We wrote it on the top of your periodic table on the columns. Okay, so everybody know where we got that? Okay. Now, oxide. There's no such thing as oxide on your periodic table. So what element do you think it's talking about? Good, oxygen. But why do they change the ending? Well, they changed the ending of oxygen to oxide. Ide tells you it's a compound. So notice that they changed the ending of the second word only. And what that means is this oxygen is hooked together with that sodium to make a compound. And so they changed the ending so that you know that they're hooked together. All right. That goes for all of the compounds that you're going to be using. When it's changed to ide, or actually when the ending is changed at all, that means it's hooked together. It's almost always ide. We'll get to other ones later. All right, so it's not oxide, it's oxygen. So what is oxygen's oxidation number? Very good, -2. Stop. What the heck is wrong with you? Sorry. All right. Now, so we did step 1. Now step 2 is make them neutral. Well, the left side has a +1 and the right side has a -2. And so I need to make them neutral using subscripts. And so the way you figure this out is you're like, well, I need 2 of those to make the left side cancel out the right side. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So if I have 2 +1s, then on the left I have a total of +2. And on the right I have a total of -2. So that cancels out to be 0. That's what you want, yes? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take that ×2 that I wrote in pink, and you're going to use that number as your subscript, just the number as your subscript. And so your answer is going to be Na, stop it, I swear to God. I hate you. Na subscript 2O. This subscript here says you have 2 NAs, and this right here, see how that's blank? This means 1 if blank. So that's your answer, Na2O. That's sodium oxide's chemical formula. Questions on that one? All right. Next is magnesium sulfide. So it's magnesium. Magnesium has a +2 charge. Sulfide, there isn't sulfide, so what do you think they're talking about? Very good, sulfur. And it has a -2. All right. So do I need... I'm good, thank you. Yes. Sure. Lucas, as soon as we're done with this, the counselor wants to see it. All right. All right, so do you need to do anything here to make them cancel out, or they cancel out all by themselves? All by themselves, right? So you don't need to put any numbers anywhere. MgS. Do you see it? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, I wasn't asking you because, I mean, honestly. You're leaving. You don't even matter. Are there any other people that have questions? You sure? All right. What about this one? See if you can do this one on your own. Elijah, do you have your periodic table? Okay, if you're still working, don't look up. All right, any trouble with this one? All right. Let's see if you can do this one. This one's hard. I bet you can't. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. Aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide. If you say it in a snooty accent, you sound so much more intelligent.
Not really. No. Sound like you're gonna run me from my pocket. Come on, brother. I got some money on you.
Aluminium oxide. What?
Share your secrets.
All right, do you need more time?
No.
This one's tough. So I'm going to show you a trick if you didn't get it. Al is what? Aluminium. What's its oxidation number? +3. Good. And let's say you did something weird. Let's say you misread. Like I had somebody up here think that sulfide was sodium. And so they tried to do this, Mg, and I'm going to erase this, so don't write this down. Mg and then Na+1. How do they know right away that that's not right?
Because it's over here.
How do you know, just looking at that that's not right? Yeah, two positives won't stick together, right? And they're magnets. They're trying to stick together. A plus and a plus won't stick together. And so if that ever happens to you, you know you've got the wrong element. All right, so let's erase that one. So oxide is oxygen with a -2. All right. Well, how many of each do you need?
2, 1, -0.
Okay, so if I have that times 1, that's not going to work.
Can we do division?
No. Aluminum times 2, and then what? You can't divide, you have to multiply. Times 3. That'll get it, yes? So those pink numbers are going to become my subscripts. Al2O3. Yes.
So they don't have to be the same number,
They can be different numbers. That you got to make sure they cancel. Very good. All right. You want to try one more?
Yeah, sure, let's do some.
How about this last one? And if you can do this one, then you can do your worksheet, no problem. I want cesium nitride. Nope, I don't want cesium nitride.
Why don't you want to?
I do want cesium nitride, but I want it in blue. Cesium nitride. And if you ever are wanting to find an element, you can always just shout out and I can help you with that. Cesium is in the first column. Nitrogen's number 7. See if you can get it. All right. Miriam, what do I need to do to this to make it neutral? Yes, I do. Do I need to do anything to the nitrogen? Okay, so what's my balanced chemical formula? Very good. CS3N. You okay with that? Yes. Oh, because on the left now you have +3, and on the right you already have a -3. And so it equals 0, and that's what you want. All right. If you think you've got it, go ahead and finish or do this worksheet. It takes like 5 minutes. It's super simple, so don't blow it off because it really helps lay the foundation for tomorrow. Tomorrow it gets just slightly more difficult, not a lot. And yeah. I have the key up here. Keys on canvas. Be good.